Good morning, Olives, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, you all know what's happening in this video based off of the title and thumbnail. We're gonna do a little story time about the trip that we're on right now. We're on a trip, we're in an Airbnb. We came up here for a concert. It's in a college town in the state that we live in, and so we decided to make it a weekend trip out of it. The concert was Thursday night. Today's Friday, Valentine's Day, and we're staying through Sunday. We got on Airbnb to pick a house. So we wanted to get a house because we wanted to have a kitchen, and since we were going to be here the whole weekend, we didn't want just a hotel room because that's a small space to spend multiple nights in, especially when we were going to be spending more time in this house because this isn't necessarily a touristy area. We were going to do a few things during the day in town, but for the most part, it was going to be a girls' trip, just hanging out at the house and doing stuff. So we started looking at houses on Airbnb. We kind of had a budget, so we picked this one. And
cheap place. It sleeps what?
It sleeps 8 people. And they said it was typically used for like family reunions and stuff like that, obviously, because it slept so many people. There are 3 or 4 bedrooms and multiple beds in each room. They really talked it up on Airbnb and were saying it's this really cute rustic themed farmhouse in this town, which is known for being a little bit older. Yeah, I mean, this town is known for its old Victorian farmhouses in general. So, which we didn't know that because we're not from this area. We're from the state, but we're not from this area, so we didn't necessarily know that. And even if we did, it doesn't mean anything bad. It just, it's a different
not the
house.
usual.
It's not the house
for as
we're both
younger
kind
girls.
Yeah, we're both kind of naive. Okay, we live in a suburban town and have lived with our families our whole lives, and had trouble adjusting to not even having our pets or our families, or even our own beds. And so we knew that was going to be a problem anyway, but we're like, hey, we're learning how to adult, so that's cool. A couple months go by, trip comes up, we leave to come here, and it was about an hour and 45-minute drive. We first pull up, and our original...
We didn't get out for like 10 minutes. Like, we looked at the house and went, oh.
It First impressions were not good, because our first impressions started outside of the house. We hadn't even made it inside of the house yet before we were judging a book by its cover.
It's not judging a book by its cover, it was true. We weren't wrong.
There were 2 barns outside.
One's huge and old and rotting.
Yeah, and like the real dark wood and whatnot. And it looked like a place that something
would hide in.
Yeah. Or be hidden.
Or be hidden, yeah, that's a good one.
And so we saw that and immediately pegged that as potential danger or resource for danger. And closer to the house, in between that barn and the house, is a red barn, which we can see through half of it, into half of it. And it's just junk from it was like a shutter was in there.
It's like a small abandoned woodwork kind of looking thing, like where they put
like a shed,
little farm tools.
Yeah,
wood carving,
which was
shit.
reasonable and made sense on the land of a farmhouse. But the other original barn was creepy, and then we saw that one. We're like, okay, now there's a second one.
Little thing just to throw in here, where the camera is, there's a window, and I can really look in the barn right now. That's not making me feel good.
Yeah. So we get to the back of the house because we were told that the back door would be unlocked for us and the key would be on the table. So we go to the back of the house. Actually, I guess it wasn't dark when we
all the lights were out though.
The lights were off except for what, in the dining room?
Yeah, kitchen had it.
I mean, in the kitchen, yeah. So it was dark because we walked in the house. So anyway, we go to the back door, open the door. First, where you walk in, it's what the owner calls a laundry room, but I would consider it like a sun porch without the windows. A porch, I guess, but it's like a room. It's an actual room.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like maybe even like a mud room, if anyone knows what that is.
Yeah, it's like
I have one of those.
It's a cement walled mudroom.
Yeah.
Where, like, It's cold, it's damp, it's just one of those things.
Yeah. And so you walk in there, shut that door, keep walking, go through this door, which leads you right into the kitchen, which is the kitchen, and then it opens right up to the living room.
The kitchen's nice. Kitchen's like been remodeled. It's decent.
Yeah. In fact, the whole downstairs is reasonable.
Except for behind us.
That's fine. Well,
like I don't. Okay, so basically there's the kitchen, the dining room, a side room, and then the main common area, living room.
I consider that like a den.
Yeah. The den and the dining room we've kept away from.
Yes.
Because we don't need them.
We don't. Yeah, we're not using them. We've kept the lights
older.
off. They're older. There's a door into the dining room, which I've never seen before. Maybe that's an old house, farmhouse, Victorian house thing. Maybe. You go up the stairs. There's 2 sets of stairs to get up there. There's a set, which are not even real stairs.
That's an old, actually Victorian thing where it's like it's like, I don't know how to describe this. Servant stairs? The servant would use the side, smaller staircase to go up to the other rooms to help out from the kitchen. And then the main common stairs are the ones right behind us.
That makes sense, yeah. The only thing about down here at all that I just, carpets I don't like, especially when they're not, the carpets at my own house that I'm used to. And this is a dark carpet, which is sometimes...
With old furniture.
Yeah, old furniture, just uncomfortability. Yeah.
Like, that's not fun. Too bad.
Yeah, so all that, okay, and that goes up the stairs. So there's the kitchen stairs, and the main set of stairs here from the living room. There are 3 or 4 bedrooms. And there's like millions of different doors, and especially from the kitchen stairwell, you get to the top and you can either go left or right. And it's not left or right to this room or to this room, it's,
left is to a room.
Left is to a room, right is to a bathroom, which goes into 3 other rooms. Or 2 other rooms, something like that.
2 other rooms. It literally goes into a hallway and then a room. The hallway connects 2 of the rooms.
Yeah. So, up in the bathroom's like a communal bathroom. It's right in the middle of all the bedrooms. It's the only bathroom in the house. A house that sleeps 8 people. Again, just a reminder.
Yes.
The only bathroom in the house. And it's big, but it's right in the middle of everything. And you have to close all of the doors to all of the rooms so you can go to the bathroom. And I just find that strange. Luckily, it's just the 2 of us staying here this time, but...
Though, I'd have to say the worst part of the bathroom, okay, I don't know if this is common for these kind of houses, but you walk into the bathroom and so you have these 3 doors that you would have to close to begin with. But then you have a door actually in the bathroom, and it's to the attic. It goes to the attic from the bathroom, and we tried opening the door, and it's one of those things where it's like stuck, and I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm just going to leave it stuck, because if I know it's hard to open,
that's a sign.
It helps.
Probably not meant to be open. So now that we've described the entirety of the house that we're staying in,
oh wait, we did forget one. Behind us, to the side where the kitchen is, in the little hallway, there is a door that is now padlocked by the owners and goes to the basement. And it's not a good sign that it's padlocked, but at the same point, it kind of helps me feel a little de-stressed because you never know what's in the basement, and it makes me feel better that nothing can get out of it either.
On to the actual story portion of the story time. We get here last night, back from the concert, because we had originally come, we stopped here to bring our stuff, we walked through the house, we're a little creeped out, we're like, alright, we got a concert to go to, let's get going. So we go to the concert, we come back, now it's dark. And for one thing, we were already kind of worked up because on the way back, it was flurrying, and it was dark.
Winding roads.
We somehow got taken on this weird route back, not the same way we had gone. Got brought back on this weird route, and we were on these back windy, dark roads with nothing back there. We were definitely hitting hillbilly territory. I mean, nothing against hillbillies, but
you heard banjos. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you really did. So we get back here. It's dark. Luckily, we had left a couple lights on for ourselves, knowing that it would be dark when we came back. Came back in, and we were honestly not feeling comfortable enough to go to bed. And it was late, and we were tired, but we were definitely not comfortable enough to go to bed. So we sat here, and we watched Friends. We watched
Friends for like 2.5 hours.
We watched Friends for a really long time, and then some other things came on. We played a game, but that was kind of a bland moment.
that was, we played Candyland.
Yeah.
And it's the worst version of Candyland I ever played.
It's 3 a.m. We went upstairs. We, got our beds ready and everything, and laid in them. but we still weren't ready to fall asleep. Now we're, in a new room that we have to get used to again. And we left one of the table lamps, bedside lamps, on because we weren't going to sleep in the dark. And throughout the night, both while we were up there previously putting our stuff in there and while we were, getting ready to go to bed, we were hearing what sounded like some sort of motor of a dirt bike or a four-wheeler or whatever. And at first, that's what we assumed.
It sounded like someone had a dirt bike and was running it in like the yard. Mm-hmm. That's all it sounded like. But it was going on and off.
Which was believable for the first half of the night. We came to the conclusion that it was probably the way the wind was hitting one of the barns or even the house, but it didn't sound like it was hitting the house. It was like away from the house, but close enough that we could hear it.
We're also kind of like, the house is kind of by itself, because again, it's on the farm.
Yeah.
So there's field, and field, and nothing else, except for the actual owners of the house are farther down the street.
They live like on the edge of the property.
But like, yeah, there's no actual like neighbors.
Today, we did our stuff out. We, went to the campus and toured around and got ice cream and went grocery shopping because we're adults and we need stuff
we are adults
for the rest
this
of the weekend.
Oh my gosh.
I know, it's impressive. I literally parallel parked on campus. I was so happy.
I'm so proud.
I know, we're doing great. Anyway, not to brag.
Seriously, we haven't gotten lost yet. We went shopping. We did parallel parking. Like we're going out and buying.
We navigated
food
everywhere. We're staying in a creepy old Victorian farmhouse, and we're okay with it.
We're not okay with it. We're dealing with it.
We're tolerating it. We come back, and this is where we really decided we were going to make a story time of this video or a story time video of this experience, because this is just where it gets definitely our luck, bad luck that we have been granted.
Oh yes.
So we come back from all our things today, and it's about a little before 6 o'clock, so it's getting dark, but it's still light out, fairly light out.
And we were very excited to come back because it's really cold outside.
It was 20 degrees, so we're so ready to come back. So we pull back in the driveway and we get out and walk around the car and we go to the back door like we have been. The back door that, mind you, when we left this morning, we were sure that we shut and we locked and we double checked, like you do.
Yes.
We go to the back of the house, and the back door that we had been so sure that we did all those things for.
I did though, I literally pulled it like twice.
Yeah, and I'm sure you did. But we walk up to the back door, and it's hanging open, like this wide.
It literally someone just walked in.
Yeah, it was the width of a human being. We turned back around, got back in the car, and we're like, what do we do? We texted the Airbnb host, and I texted the Airbnb host and just said, we went out and did our things today, and we came back, and the back door's hanging open. We are sure that we shut it, locked it, double checked it. We know that for a fact. Is this a thing that happens normally? She called me back immediately.
Thank God.
And said, yes, that it's an old house, it's an old back door. Wind does blow it, or something gets loose, or whatever. But if it'll make you feel better, I'll come right down and walk through the house for you.
Which is nice.
I was like, that would be great. I mean, like I said, the likelihood of even anyone being out here, because we're in the middle of nowhere, the likelihood of anyone being out here, noticing that no one's here, and walking through the house, slim to none. I understand, but we were nervous, and we were not going to come back in here until we were sure everything was good. So the lady, like I said, they lived on the edge of the property, so she was able to just, drive around the property and come down here. And she brought her dog, her big German Shepherd.
German Shepherd.
And she walked around with her, and they made sure there was nobody in the house, nothing going on, everything was Gucci.
Went upstairs, everything, checked everything. The dog went to every room.
Yeah, we think they even checked the attic that we refused to open. I guess that's the end of the story, because now we're at current time.
Yeah, basically there's been many comments that have been made by me and you about this house.
Yeah.
One of them, because this place has great reviews saying, oh, this is a great place, would definitely come back. And that's a good thing. It's almost a 5-star.
Yeah.
And so, when we first came in, I was, complaining, this is a little weird. And she's like, well, it's good reviews. And I'm like, well, those had bad experiences and heard bad things. Maybe some noises, maybe saw something. Didn't live to tell the comments. Didn't live to get to review the house.
This is only, mind you guys.
This is day 2.
This is our, not even, because yesterday wasn't even a full day.
Nope.
This is our second night.
First full day.
First full day, and this is what happened. Now we have... Now we have one more full day, Saturday, and then a partial day, Sunday. It's just, we thought the story was kind of funny, because this would have happened to us.
Of course. We did miss one part. Before we went to bed. Yes, this was before we went to bed. Don't get me wrong, it has been very windy recently because we were in winter. But just as we're about to go to bed, 3 a.m. I'm not joking, it really sounded like someone was knocking on something. Either like somewhere in front of the house or somewhere near the barn. Like you can't pinpoint sounds here, I swear. But it sounded like how would I say? Like you, and I'm not saying like you know the sound of a car door like closing at night, like just a car door closing. It sounded like someone did it constantly like 30 times.
Yeah.
Like I didn't like that, and we both just kind of sat there going, "Do you hear that? I'm not the only one hearing that."
I'm not gonna lie, it ran through my head. I knew my car was parked in the driveway just outside the house, and it kind of ran through my head. I just had this vision of someone, I don't know, taking a baseball bat to my car or something, and I don't know why. I'm just that anxious
That's
of a
a nice
person.
image then, because like waking up and seeing your car's trashed, and now you're like in the middle of nowhere in a creepy house. Now someone knows you're here, and you can't leave.
Yeah. Oh, I'd be calling an Uber.
I'm psyching myself out again.
So yeah, it's a really nice house.
It's so great. 5 stars.
Such a good
all
trip.
around. I got to skip school for a creepy house.
Now we have still half the trip to go, so I guess we'll...
Possible update video?
Yeah.
Possible. If anything else happens, and we were still able to respond, we will give you updates.
So vlog update. We're sitting here watching TV, and I see something moving over here in the kitchen. And
it's just a tiny...
It was a mouse.
It's a tiny adorable mouse. It's like this big. I'll take him myself.
I mean, it's not like I think he's dangerous. It's just it's a mouse. It's not a thing to have in a house. I know, but she said okay. That's the other thing we didn't tell in the story time. When she came to go through the house when the door was hanging open.
Oh, there's a ladybug too.
Alive?
Yeah.
That's a ladybug. Anyway, when the lady came to walk through the house when the door was hanging open and we were freaking out, she's like, "Oh, and my husband accidentally left a rat trap in this drawer here in the kitchen," and she said, "We haven't had any for years, but with the change in seasons and yada yada yada, we've been putting traps there when the house isn't occupied." But now there's a mouse, so.
We also forgot to mention that the TV was blipping a lot last night.
Yeah, that was creepy too. And when we first turned it on and we're looking for something to watch, everything on the guide was Murder, She Wrote, Dateline, Mummies, creepy things, Law and Order. I was like, we cannot watch any of this right now.
Is that Killer Getaway?
Yep, that was one.
Getaway?
That was one. He's on the other side. Between the stove and the door. He ran behind again. Why am I so scared by every movement he makes?
What?